Hello and welcome to my channel, JPM.Cuisine. Today I've got a very special unboxing for you. Kuma Knives have sent me a few of their products. I've got their stainless steel chef's knife, the 8-inch chef's knife, and I've got the 8-inch steel honing rod. I'm excited to check these out and to open them on camera for you guys so that you can see. Currently, you can purchase these on Amazon. The chef's knife is $24.95 today, and the sharpener, or I'm sorry, not the sharpener, but the honing rod is $15.24. So if you're on Amazon, you want to check them out. These are sort of in the budget-friendly realm of pricing, just because they're under the $50 or $60 mark for some of the chef's knives that you see. Chef's knives can range anywhere up to $300, $400 if you're looking at even some of the Kramers. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing here, or in packaging rather. Let's start with the chef's knife. So as you can see, this one, it's a nice little plastic packaging. It's a way to sort of save money, I imagine. But it doesn't offer that much protection in terms of the blade, and as you can see with this packaging, it's kind of mangled up from shipping. And these things ship out from Amazon, so who knows how they're going to come to you. Hopefully it doesn't impact the blade. We'll take a look at it and make sure. But this is really just an unboxing. I might do some cutting on paper just to see if that impacts the knife in any way. Let's see, looking at the packaging, you got Kuma's logo, and you've got a little warranty card that you can activate. We've got some basic tips and guides on the back for how you would want to use it. But let's take a quick look at the knife, and you guys can look at the packaging whenever you order them, I guess. So, it's a nice profile for the Kuma knife. It's got the logo on the knife itself, kind of etched in there. Let's look at some of the features here. We've got a really nice bolster on there, kind of thick, perfect. Feels really comfortable in the hand, actually. At first glance, yeah, this feels really comfortable, really smooth. There's no sharp edges on it. Let's feel the handle. There's no sharp edges on the handle either. This is really, really smooth. So from Kuma's website, ooh, it is pretty sharp. It says that they come razor sharp out of the box. It's versatile for cutting, versatile and cuts like a dream. I imagine with such a thin spine that this one is going to cut through some thick root vegetables really easily. And with it being razor sharp, it'll probably slice through things really easily as well. The grip feels nice in the hand, actually. I like the little indentation here on the handle itself for the pinky finger to sit in. It gives a good positive lockup on there. I actually will choke up when I use it because I use a pinch technique. But if you're using a finger on top, or just a regular hold or a pinch technique, this grip feels really, really comfortable in the hand. Let's see how much this thing weighs. So we'll measure it in grams, and of course your knife will most likely vary, but we can at least get an idea of what kind of variance we have. So we're looking at 186 grams. Not that heavy for a knife. It's actually kind of light. That's what makes it feel so nimble in the hand, actually. The balance seems like it's just right on the bolster itself. Really, really nice. It holds fairly nice in the hand. I'm really liking the bolster here. It's really, really smooth, and if you do a lot of chopping, especially during the holidays, I do most of my chopping in preparation for Thanksgiving, where I could be chopping for 2-3 days straight with all different kinds of dishes I'm trying to prepare for. several hours a day. I tend to get calluses and cuts on the middle finger here, where it's always pressing up the blade with that pinch technique. So a bolster is ideal for me, and I actually prefer it. Not everybody likes a bolster. Some knives come out where they're just a straight blade, and depending on how thick the blade is itself, that usually can dig in. One thing with a bolster though, when you're trying to do a chop, what you'll notice is that sometimes the bolster can get in the way of trying to chop down on something, but only if you're really using the far back edge. As long as you keep it maybe a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch from the bolster, you shouldn't run into any issues, especially on a flat chopping board. The angle from the tip to the heel is kind of minimal. So if you're somebody who really likes to rock anything large, you're definitely going to have to come up. So you're going to need to practice a little bit of safety on that, keeping your fingers tucked in, especially that thumb, because when you're lifting up off the ground that high or off the board that high, you can end up getting some cuts on your hand. And if your thumb's in the way, using some pressure, and if this thing is really, really razor sharp, that could take the tip off of your thumb easily. So looking at the rivets are pretty nice. Nothing protrudes out. The handle has some scratches and some dings on it. Obviously, when it's in the packaging, the handle is completely exposed. Some other knives will have a box that it'll sit in, and I imagine that's just a way to cut costs. They pass that savings on to us. In terms of steel, what do we got here? It's 3C13, which means it's a little bit of a softer blade. Softer blade means that it should be easier to sharpen. However, softer blade also means that it should lose its sharpness fairly quickly. So hopefully we'll see after I demo this one for a while what the case is on it. But I think I'm going to be pretty pleased, especially with that bolster. Man, it feels extremely comfortable, and the weight, that balance right just on the edge of the bolster is really perfect. I like the profile a lot. It looks a lot like a really large paring knife, if you've seen a paring knife, maybe like a 3.5 inch paring knife, but it's like an 8-inch paring knife. So I'm really, really excited to give this one a try and see how it performs. I've got a little bit of paper here. We'll just try this really quickly. I don't do this very often, so we'll see if it might be me, it might be the knife. We'll let you decide. Oh, okay. That was definitely the knife. That was sharp. That's pretty impressive. If you're impressed by sharpness on cutting magazine paper. Not going to do any real demo today, just doing an unboxing, wanting to showcase what this knife is and sort of what my initial thoughts are. I'm really, really excited to give this one a try. I'm shocked at the price. For $25, I think this is one of the cheapest knives that I've seen on the market that is of this quality. A lot of the knives on Amazon, you'll see the pricing is sort of inflated, and then they offer so many discounts on the knife to bring it down to $20 to $30, and you're really not sure what you're getting with them on those knives. But this one, even though it's a lower rated steel, it's nice, it's firm, doesn't have too much bend in it, so if you are one that likes to smash or smash your garlic or herbs, it's really going to work very well. It's got some nice action in it. Rocking again, like I said, you're going to have to come up high on that tip, especially if you're cutting something like a squash. So, but I mean, for that, you're probably not wanting to do a rock chop anyways. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. I really like it. I can't wait to try it out and let you guys know what I think. Alright, let's move on to the next one. We've got the 8-inch steel honing rod. Again, we've got the same kind of handle material that we had on the knife. We've got the logo sort of on the shroud here. It's an 8-inch steel honing rod. It's a little bit shorter than some of the ones that I've used, but it's a round rod, so I'm excited to give it a try. Same thing, we've got a little bit of guides on the back. Again, this one on Amazon is, I think, $15 right now. Let's go ahead and take it out of the packaging. So the grooves on the honing rod are very well pronounced. It looks like it's got a groove in here, maybe for an angle guide or some kind of clip. It's nice and sturdy, no wobble. Sometimes they'll come with a wobble and you can either tighten them down, but obviously they're not like a full tang, even though the handle showcases. It's got a really well pronounced tip on there for some really good traction when you're trying to put it into the board or put it into a surface in order to do your honing. And remember, this is a honing rod, so it's not a sharpening steel or sharpening stone. So it's not really stripping away metal. What it's doing is just realigning those burrs so that you can extend the use of your knife. Typically, when you're switching between maybe a vegetable to a meat or something like that, you might want to run it a few times on a honing rod in order just to realign everything so that you can slice cleanly through some flesh on there. I always do that before I go from an onion to chicken or something like that. The guard, pretty nice. It looks like it's gonna do some pretty good protection on the, on the thumb and on the finger. If you by chance slip coming down, it's typically why they'll offer the tip there so you can do your honing on a flat surface. But most people always do the honing, in the air. And then you'll see, chefs like Gordon Ramsay where they just run it up and down on both sides. I don't really know if I've seen very many people hone away from themselves as opposed to honing to themselves, but I do see a lot of people honing in order to get the full stroke on the board, and that's a really nice feature to have, and it's really pronounced, so you get a really positive lock onto a wood board there, or maybe even a plastic board. Handle wise, feels really comfortable. One thing it's sort of missing that I'm used to seeing on some of my honing rods is just a little hook swivel on the back so that you can hang it if you wish. That'd be nice, but it looks like it'll fit into any kind of block. So if you've got a block set up, I'm sure this thing will fit in. It's, sort of the length of the blade, which is perfect. I've seen them, 12, 13, 14 inches. And you just have to use a little bit more caution when you've got those longer blades that you're trying to hone. But all in all, it feels really good. Let's get the weight on this one as well, just so you can see. It feels very, quality. What's that, 224, 225, 224. So just, about 40 grams more than the knife itself. And it feels sturdy, and of course all the weight is in the front. But when you get this set, I think you'll be quite pleased, especially for the price. I don't think you can go wrong with picking up one of these if you wanted to try it. Perfection, his YouTube channel showed one of these, and that was how I was first interested in it. So I hope you like it. If you end up getting one, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and then after I use it for a while, I'll be sure to do a demo, and I'll come back with a full review on what I think about the Kuma chef's knife and the honing rod. Thank you. We'll see you on the next one. I just wanted to make a very special announcement of a giveaway. So when I reach 2,000 followers on my Instagram, I've got a brand new set of Kuma chef's knife, still in the packaging, and the Kuma steel honing rod in the packaging as well. And when I reach 2,000 followers on my Instagram channel, these are going to be given away to one lucky winner. The details will be on my Instagram. You can find it easily. It's JPM.Cuisine. And I hope you'll participate in the giveaway because these look like some really awesome, awesome tools for your kitchen if you don't have any. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.